Imagine pulling up to a red light and feeling that quiet confidence when you know you're sitting in one of the biggest, boldest SUVs on the road. The 2025 Nissan Armada doesn't whisper power, it announces it. From the very first glance, this thing feels like a rolling statement. And today we're re-diving deep into why the new Armada is shaping up to be one of the most underrated full-size SUVs of the year. The moment you see it, the presence is unreal. That massive grille, sharper LED headlights, and a stance that looks wider and more planted than before. Nissan clearly wanted the Armada to look less family hauler and more luxury muscle SUV. It feels like the kind of vehicle that doesn't rush. Everything else moves around it. If you're someone who likes dominating highways, long road trips, or just enjoys getting higher than everyone else in traffic, the Armada already starts checking boxes before you even open the door. And then there's what's under the hood. Nissan sticks with the legendary 5.6-litre V8, and honestly, thank goodness. In a world where everything is downsizing and going turbo, the Armada stays old school in the best way possible. We're talking about smooth, naturally aspirated V8 power, pushing out around 400 horsepower. The acceleration feels effortless, not aggressive, just strong and confident. You press the pedal, and the Armada moves forward like it's barely trying, even with a full load of passengers. That power goes through a refined automatic transmission that focuses on smoothness rather than drama. This SUV isn't trying to be a sports car, it's built to glide. On highways, the engine settles into a calm rhythm, making long drives feel relaxed and premium. And if you need to overtake, no hesitation. The V8 responds instantly, reminding you that this SUV has serious muscle when you ask for it. Ride quality is where the Armada really surprises people. For something this big, it feels incredibly composed. The suspension absorbs bumps, rough roads, and highway imperfections without sending harsh vibrations into the cabin. Whether you're driving solo or with 7 people on board, the ride stays controlled and comfortable. This is the kind of SUV you can drive for hours without feeling worn out. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is where Nissan really stepped things up for 2025. Open the door, and you are greeted with a cabin that feels upscale, solid, and thoughtfully designed. Soft touch materials, premium leather seats, real stitching, and a layout that feels more luxury-oriented than before. Everything feels heavy and well-built, from the doors to the center console. The driver's seat gives you that commanding view of the road, and visibility is excellent for such a large vehicle. Nissan's updated digital display behind the steering wheel is clean, modern, and easy to read. The infotainment screen in the center is larger, sharper, and much more responsive than previous generations. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, making connectivity effortless the moment you start the engine. Comfort is clearly a priority here. The front seats are wide, supportive, and perfect for long journeys. Heated and ventilated seat options make a big difference in extreme weather, and the steering wheel heating is one of those small features you don't appreciate until you have it. The second row is just as impressive, with plenty of leg room and available Captain ES chairs that feel more like first-class airline seating than a typical SUV bench. And the third row? Surprisingly usable. Adults can actually sit back there without feeling punished, which is rare in this segment. Nissan clearly designed the Armada for real families, not just occasional passengers. Even with all 3 rows in use, there's still decent cargo space, and when you fold the seats down, the Armada turns into a cargo-hauling beast. Let's talk about sound, because Nissan didn't forget about entertainment. The premium Bose audio system fills the cabin with rich, balanced sound. Whether you're listening to podcasts, road trip playlists, or deep bass tracks, the sound quality feels immersive without being overwhelming. Combine that with excellent cabin insulation, and the Armada becomes a quiet, peaceful place to spend time, even at highway speeds. Safety is another area where the 2025 Armada feels reassuring. Nissan loads it with advanced driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and automatic emergency braking. These systems work smoothly in the background, not aggressively, giving you confidence without taking control away from the driver. One of the most underrated aspects of the Armada is how stable it feels at speed. Despite its size, It tracks straight, feels planted, and handles curves with surprising confidence. The steering isn't sporty, but it's accurate and predictable, which is exactly what you want in a full-size SUV. You never feel like you're wrestling with the vehicle. It feels cooperative and calm. If you're into towing, this SUV deserves your attention. The Armada can tow over 8,000 pounds when properly equipped, making it a solid option for boats, trailers, or campers. And thanks to the V8's torque, towing doesn't feel stressful. The engine doesn't struggle, and the chassis feels stable even under load. Fuel economy isn't the Armada's strongest point, and let's be honest, it's not trying to be. This is a big V8 SUV, and Nissan makes no apologies for that. What you get in return is reliability, smooth power delivery, and that unmistakable V8 character that many buyers still love and trust. From a design perspective, the 2025 updates make the Armada feel more modern without losing its tough personality. The exterior lines are cleaner, the lighting is sharper, and the overall look feels more premium than ever. It doesn't chase trends. It looks confident in its own identity. What really makes the Armada stand out is value. Compared to some rivals, you're getting a lot of space, power, and features without paying luxury brand prices. It's the kind of SUV that feels expensive without trying too hard. For families, road trip lovers, or anyone who wants a big, capable vehicle that still feels comfortable and refined, the Armada makes a strong case. On long drives, the Armada feels like a rolling lounge. The seats stay comfortable, the cabin stays quiet, and the driving experience stays relaxed. It's not flashy, it's not aggressive, it's confident, smooth, and dependable. And sometimes, that's exactly what people want. The 2025 Nissan Armada proves that big SUVs still have a place in today's world. It blends old-school V8 strength with modern tech, safety, and comfort. It's built for people who value space, power, and long-term durability over trends and gimmicks. So if you're looking for a full-size SUV that feels strong, luxurious, and genuinely comfortable for everyday life, as well as long adventures, the Nissan Armada deserves a serious look. It's not just about size. It's about presence, confidence, and the feeling that no matter where you're going, this SUV is more than ready to take you there.